Greetings, Willow here. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I thought that because this is the new year for all of us pagans and witches, that it would be the perfect time for me to do a reading for us. But I just wanted to kind of update you on what's going on. I've been really busy. I've been doing a lot with people who have been visiting our city for the last week or so. I've been having a lot of fun. Got to visit with a lot of people from St. Louis and all around the world, and this is our time of year here in New Orleans when we celebrate Halloween. And yes, it is very commercialized, but we have a lot of fun with it. And I think fun is also a very important part of our life. So I hope you had fun. I hope you celebrated. Maybe you got to dress up and go out and go to parties, or maybe you didn't. Maybe you just stayed home, and maybe last night, yesterday, you did something in remembrance of your loved ones who are on the other side. Doesn't matter what you did, as long as maybe you thought about what the day was and how special it was. So today I thought, well, let's go ahead and do a reading. I haven't done anything on this channel for a while. And honestly, I have been focusing a lot on the other channel, Willow's Witchy World. That one where I'm more of a character and have a lot of fun with it. But I also have to remember to balance, and I have to balance my spiritual along with the fun. And I know that I needed to get back to this. I've been feeling kind of bad because I haven't done any videos lately on this channel. And so I owe it to you guys to do a reading and to touch base, because I think it's important, especially at this time of year, to see if maybe there's messages. This is our new year. What do we do at New Year's? Well, we generally set some goals for ourselves, not New Year's resolutions, but actual goals. And so maybe you want more self-love, or maybe your goal is to be more spiritual or work on your spiritual side. It could be working on your career or business goals as well. But you have to have something. And I think it's always a good way to start our year out with a goal. So hopefully you are doing something with that goal setting and manifesting what you want in your life. So let's get us started here. And I just want to see if there's any messages, since the veil is so thin, and I have been talking with so many clients, deceased loved ones lately, that I feel a very big drain on me, actually. Like over the last couple of days, everybody wanted mediumship readings, and that can take a lot out of me, mainly because I can feel some of their discomfort, what they went through at the end. They do show me different things, like, maybe they had, something happened to their head, or they had a heart attack, and I feel those pains. They're not as severe, but I'll feel just like an acknowledgement pain for that area. But I'm empathing both this side and the other side. So it is kind of spiritually energy draining. So yeah, I'm just kind of regrouping today. I took the day off. I had a couple of clients earlier. Well, I had 3 clients earlier, but I was going to go out and do readings in Jackson Square. And I'm like, I just need to relax. I have been nonstop going. Last night, my day didn't end until after 1:30 in the morning before I could even get ready for bed. So I really have to apologize for not doing anything on this channel for a while, but now we're going to get to it. We're going to do a reading. We're going to see what our message is for our new year, because now the wheel of the year is turning once again. So let me go ahead and shuffle the cards. Okay. Divine Source, Divine Mother, all that is, we ask for your blessings on our lives. We ask for your message and your direction for our new year. We thank you. Blessed be. All right, so let's see what we have. So we are starting out with our reading. First off, we are looking at the reverse lovers, but we're looking at the types of choices that we're making for ourselves. When we look at emotional choice, which that's what the lovers represent, choices, we have to ask ourselves, are we being more concerned about how our decisions affect everyone around us or how they're affecting us? And we need to make sure that what we are doing isn't just for the best good for everyone else, but also for our own best and highest good. So that is going to be very important this year. Make sure that you are making choices to be the best you that you can be. And that means you have to make the right choices for yourself. Now, we also have the reversed Hierophant. Sometimes we need to seek advice. And sometimes we have our advice already. We're just not paying attention to it. So maybe instead of seeking outside advice, you go in and you meditate on whatever the situation is, and ask your guides to show you, what is it you need to do? Show you what you already know. Maybe there's already a lesson you've already learned. Maybe you'll have a dream and you'll get your answer. Okay. You don't always have to seek outside advice. You have to learn to trust yourself and your own wisdom. And a lot of times we forget that. We're so used to going, well, maybe they'll have the answer. But sometimes we just have to be our own answer. And that means we have to meditate on it. We have to pay attention to our dreams and our surroundings and see what is actually coming up. Because generally, we pretty much have the answer. We just don't want to believe ourselves. Okay. Now, the other thing is, I think we're going to be juggling a lot this year. I have been feeling a lot of energies coming in. I think it's a time that we need to release a lot of things. And sometimes if we're taking on too much, like the Two of Pentacles, if we are taking on too much, we are bound to drop something, or we are going to not do something as well as we could have. So make sure that you've learned to say the word no once in a while. Don't take on more than you can do. It is not going to be good for you. So making sure that you are saying no, that you are prioritizing, organizing your life, self-care. That's really what it comes down to, self-care. You need to make sure that you're not taking on more than you can chew, okay? And so that's important. So try to balance and try not to overdo it, even though you're going to be very busy, okay? Busy is fine, just be organized. The next card I pull is a Seven of Swords. So watch for energies, even the energies that we are sending out ourselves. This can be a card of self-sabotage. It doesn't mean that somebody else has to be the one sabotaging you. And don't put the blame somewhere else if you think that you're actually doing it to yourself. Sometimes we do shoot ourselves in the foot, okay? We have the doubts. We fear that, well, what if we're not good enough? What if we don't do a good job? What if our goal isn't reached? What if, right? How about just trusting the universe to bring it to you? How about trusting yourself just to do the best you can? If it's not perfect, it's okay. You're human. You're here to learn life lessons. What lesson are you getting from every situation? We have to stop and we have to ask ourselves that sometimes, because a lot of times we are not asking. We are not seeing our lessons. So what happens is we keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And that's self-sabotage. When we learn our lesson, we don't have to retake the class, let's say, okay? When you pass your lesson, you're done. You don't have to keep doing it. And you can move on to the next thing, the next order of business. All right? So try to watch yourself about that self-sabotage and doubting yourself. The next one we have is the World, and it's reversed, which means doesn't matter if you accomplish one thing, there's going to be a lot more to accomplish in your life and the next year. So sometimes we don't complete a goal in 1 year. Sometimes it could be a 2-year goal or a 5-year goal. But make sure you're looking at your goals as you're going along. If you are working on a project, if you're starting a business, if there's something that you can assess your progress as you go, it is going to be important that you do so, that way you'll have a better outcome in the end. Okay, so make sure that you are watching that. This is a year of finding our balance. This is a year of overcoming those things that we're too attached to let go of. We are going to do it this year, guys. You're going to start to let go of things that do not benefit you, that bring imbalance into your life, okay? So the devil, when he's reversed, is about finding our balance. How do we find our balance? Well, we don't allow things in our life to hold us back, for one thing. So those things that we cling to, it could be a relationship. It could be just our thoughts. You know, this is the way I'm going to think and nobody can tell me different. Those things hold us back. Getting stuck in a job that's really dead end and bringing your energy down without looking for another job. You can't just depend on one paycheck anyway, guys. Abundance comes from multiple sources of income. I can tell you that, guarantee that, because when we put all our eggs in one basket from one employer, guess what happens? If you get laid off, if that company goes down, where's your money coming from? You can't live on unemployment. So you've got to make sure that you have multiple sources of income. And that's how everybody is these days. There's never a single income family generally. It's multiple incomes. It could be spouses both working. It could be having a business on the side and your regular job. But it takes multiple sources of income. So don't hold yourself back on that as well. And that I'm just saying all these things because they're coming through for me, okay? And I'm going to share whatever I'm hearing. So the devil is letting go of things that would hold you back, all right? And I'm going to pull just a couple more cards for us. Okay. So the next card we have here is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords rules over our mind and basically our tongue, our communication. How are you communicating? And are you listening? Sometimes we think it's just how we speak. That's the important part. That's how we have to communicate. But what's our body language saying? What is our energy saying? We could be saying something completely different from what our energy is that we're sending out. So it's going to be important for you to think before you speak this next 12 months. It is going to be important that you have a positive attitude. Your thoughts are powerful. You are creating your destiny by the way you think. So love yourself enough to be kind to you when you are thinking about things, when you are talking to yourself in your head, and we all do it. Be kind. Don't say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to your best friend. That's a very important rule. Love yourself. Think before you speak. And sometimes think before you think. And then you will find that you're going to have a lot more success. Victory will come because you're thinking the right way. Okay? Next one we have here is the Four of Pentacles. So it is also a time of understanding. Remember I told you about sometimes letting go with that Devil card? Well, when we are so afraid to lose what we have already gained, we don't move forward. We're just sitting there like Ebenezer Scrooge holding on to every penny, but we're not living life. And so the Four of Pentacles is about balance. It is about stability, but it is also making sure that even though you're holding on, you're not holding on too tight. It's like you should always have fun. You should always enjoy life. You can't just make the money and go home. Make the money and go home. What's the sense of working if you can't enjoy life? So make sure that you do have your stability and always take care of bills first, but put a little bit aside so that you can go out and have fun. And it doesn't have to cost a lot, guys. You go to the movie, and you could go to the park for a picnic, or you could do something very simple. I mean, here in New Orleans, like once a month or so, you can go into the zoo for free if you're a resident. Every Wednesday, we can go into the art museum for free. These are things that we can do that don't cost us anything, but they're fun. And we can spend a little bit on ourselves. Maybe it's on transportation to go there. Maybe it's we're going to treat ourselves to lunch. The little things, but please enjoy life and don't hold on to everything that you've gathered and acquired so tightly that you're not living life. Okay? Stability is one thing, but getting stuck in a rut is another. And your final card, the last one I'm going to pull, is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords says, let go of everything that no longer benefits you. This is the year. Let it go and move forward. It's like cutting those sandbags off of that hot air balloon so you can fly. You want to move forward. This is the year to move forward, 2020. We should be able to see very clearly, right, with 2020. So if we can, we have to let it go. We have to make sure that we ask ourselves, is this relationship good for us? Is it holding us back? Is it for my best and highest good anymore? Do I feel like I am brought down when I'm around this person? So it might be relationships you need to let go of. What about your job? Is your job allowing you to utilize all your talents, your gifts, your skills? Or maybe you should be looking for something else. Maybe you should start your own business. So there are multiple things. Maybe it's just the way you're thinking. Maybe you've been having a really bad attitude. Remember, I always promote that positive mental attitude, PMA, right? I feel healthy, happy, and terrific every day. Because when you can feel healthy and happy and terrific every day, the sky's the limit. Only you hold yourself back. So make sure that you are moving forward in this next 12 months. As the wheel turns, let your life turn and going in the right direction. Okay? So I hope that gives you a little inspiration for this next 12 months as the wheel of the year does turn. I hope you have a very blessed new year and a blessed year in general. And if you are seeking a personal reading, remember I am available. I do readings 7 days a week. You can contact me through my website, willowlemachant.com. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notified, hit the like button if you like my videos, and share it with your friends as well. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. Check out my other YouTube channel, Willow's Witchy World. Doesn't have as many followers as this channel, so I am trying to build it as well. But help me get some more views and some watch time, and eventually maybe this channel can grow as large as some of those really big YouTubers out there. But until next time, I hope you have a very blessed life.